Hi girls, good morning. Welcome back after the Easter break. Look, a lot of news going around about your exams over the 2 week break. So I thought I'd just come on, run through, I suppose, what the plan is going forward, assuming that the news doesn't change. Okay, so based on the news, just to make sure everybody is up to date, the current junior certs, which are yourselves, will not be sitting exams in June, but are scheduled to sit in school exams in September on the same course. Okay. Now, we all have issues with that, I suppose, girls. Like, I'm sure your thoughts are the same. I mean, you are entitled to take your break from June to September, and I would advise that that's something that you do for your own mental health, for your own ability going into your Leaving Cert years. You're going to need that break. But it also means that you would have to try and retain some of this information over an extended break, which I know from teaching for years. You just, once June comes, you tend to forget about what's gone before, and then you come back. The Leaving Certs are due to get 2 weeks teaching, I think, in July, so I would envisage, though I don't know for sure, that your junior cycle going ahead and the exams in school, you would be allocated those 2 weeks of teaching time to contact time in class with me. So that's what I'm banking on. So I'm going to work toward the June deadline. And then as far as I'm concerned, girls, you go on your summer holidays as normal. You don't get to do your exams in June, which is disappointing after 3 years of work. But you come back to me then in September. I assume I'm going to get a couple of weeks with you where we can go back through coursework that might be left over, questions you might have. So I'm just going to work as I normally would, assuming your exams are in June, but not knowing your exams are in September. We have a couple of more chapters to do. So we have a chapter on electronics to do, which I'm hoping that the school will be back open in May the 5th for me to go in to collect materials, so I'll be able to build a couple of circuits for you. Otherwise, I've ordered myself a laptop, so I should be able to use the Khan Academy stuff, build a circuit and show it to you that way, in terms of how to build a circuit. We had most of it done. The only kind of new thing is the light emitting diodes and the light depending resistors, which we had touched on, but we do need to do a little bit more on it. But I won't do that till the beginning of May, because I am hoping that I can get into the school and build a circuit, like as if you were in the class with me and you can watch me build it, probably mess it up a few times, set fire to a few things, and then you'll understand what you're doing. We have one more chapter in the chemistry, which is chapter 23, which I've put up now as an assignment due for Wednesday, so to do the learning quad for it. I've attached a couple of videos on reactivity series and electrochemical series that I'd normally show in the classroom. They're YouTube videos from GCSEs because they have the same course for us as us now. But you may still have further questions on electrolysis and reactivity series, in which case I can do a video like this and answer any questions that you have. So what I'm going to ask you to do is on Wednesday, can you submit a picture of your learning quad and the questions that are listed underneath that assignment? So you submit assignment, you take your picture and you put it up there for me. But also then underneath that assignment you can comment on it. So you can comment with it, something you read that you didn't understand, something they said in the video that you didn't understand, because there's a couple of things in the video that they kind of gloss over and you may not understand them. And then I can do a video on those for you. So that's what we're going to do this week. Your mock paper that I gave you was due for today, but I had met a couple of parents actually when I was doing my grocery shopping the last couple of weeks in Duns, and from a social distance they asked me, do they still do those exam papers? So I know some of you weren't sure if you needed to do them or you didn't need to do it, to be honest. I know Akiva, you had sent me a message. I didn't log on for the 2 weeks, to be honest. I took my break as well. So I know some of you weren't sure whether you need to do it or not. So I've extended the deadline for that, and I've asked you to submit that for next Monday. Okay, so some of you have it done already. Submit it now, get it done. And then I will upload the marking scheme and I will go through the questions that you seem to have difficulty with. So I'll read through your answers, and if there was ones that you were all getting wrong or you were all having difficulty with, I can do the question out in a sheet of paper, like I'm doing for the third year maths, and then we can fix any problems that there are. Okay. So this week you're going to work on the environmental impact of materials. So you're going to do your learning quads and your questions for Wednesday's class, which would have been at 3:20. So can you have it submitted by Wednesday? Wednesday 2:40 I think we were. Can you have it submitted kind of by 3 o'clock on Wednesday? I'll have a look at them. And then on Thursday, I can do videos for you on reactivity series and displacement of metals if you're having difficulty. Just to let you know, girls, as well, this week my husband's taken Monday and Tuesday off so that I'm fully accessible Monday and Tuesday, but my husband's working. And I'm at home with the toddler. So if I don't get back to you on a day and I say I'm going to put a video up and I don't get to do it, it's because she's probably had a meltdown or something and I just haven't managed to get on the phone without her screaming at me. But I will get to it. So even if it means doing the work on Saturday and Sunday, which is probably where I'm going to end up doing kind of as much as is possible, Saturday, Sunday and late evenings, like I did before Easter, I will get to it. So those of you who've come with questions, you mightn't have gotten an answer straight away, but you did get your answer and you will get an answer from me. It might take me a couple of days. The same way when if you're struggling, girls, like in terms of questions, because a couple of the parents that I met said there's just way too much work going out. If I'm giving way too much work, then you just tell me, Miss, I can't cope. Like there's too much stuff going on. I've got brothers and sisters at home screaming and roaring. I can't get on the phone. I don't have Wi-Fi. You just send me a message and let me know. And then I can take that into consideration. I'm not going to chase anyone who can't get it done. But you do need to engage, girls, because we're being asked weekly from school to give a list of people who aren't engaging. And I'm constantly putting the same names down for this class group. So you're just going to get yourselves to a situation where you get yourself in bother. So I don't want that to happen. So if you can please make sure that everybody's getting these messages, I would appreciate it. Okay, so that's the plan for this week, girls. Any questions, come back and let me know as comments in underneath the assignments that I'm putting up. I've extended the deadline for those exam papers till next Monday, because I know some of you didn't know whether you need to do them or not. And we're working on environmental impact of materials, which is chapter 23. I've uploaded 2 videos for you on those ones that I would normally show in class. I've asked you to do the learning quad. I look at them and then see where there are problems, because the other previous chapters that you had done, chapter 12 and chapter 42, they were fine. They're kind of general knowledge stuff that once you read you understand, but this one might be a little bit harder. Okay, and then we have 2 more chapters to do in physics electronics, which I said we will do at the beginning of May, and the impact of modern physics on society, which we will do next week. Okay, talk to you later. Have a good week. One parent, the reason you can see my face today is one parent said that all I do is videos without my face. So you were wondering whether I had changed dramatically. As you can see, I have not. Ate a lot more chocolate, I suppose, and a lot more crisps, the same as everybody else. But other than that, I'm pretty much the same person. All right, talk to you soon, girls. Take care and have a good week. Bye.